Hello, Virgo. This is Soul from Intuitive Tarot, here to look at your week ahead starting August 18th, 2025, as we are drawing near towards your birthday energies here, right? Still in Leo, celebrating Leo's energy. Just did Leo's video, but we're going to shuffle and cleanse this deck from doing their messages for the week, and we're going to see what's coming up here for you, Virgo. Welcome any new subscribers to the channel. You know I appreciate you. And, of course, the deck I am using will be listed in the description box. I'm not reading any reversals. So, what is the potential energy surrounding Virgo this week? What does Virgo have to look forward to? Please tell me what Virgo is expecting energy-wise. Okay, what is the potential energy for Virgo? All right, let's cut the deck, Virgo, and begin the messages for you. All right, so we're going to start off with the first card in energy. Of course, we got the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is rest, relaxation, rejuvenation, replenishment. All right, taking time out for yourself, Virgo. Doing things just, exclusively for yourself. Okay, so that could be just taking the day off, treating yourself, quieting your mind, definitely, and just, replenishing your reserves. Four of Swords also too could be planning future trips. If we get any movement cards here, then of course it could be a trip that you plan in the future, but it also could be a trip that you execute during this week. Going, reclaiming your independence, your happiness, doing something like I suggested, exclusively just for you. Okay, quieting your mind, replenishing your reserve. Following the Four of Swords here for you, now we have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, in this instance, some Virgos that I'm reading for could still receive a small pay raise. The Pentacle that he holds suggests that he's holding on to something that needs to be released and let go. There's a fear of, and it doesn't always have to relate to money. Also, too, it could be that you're saving up for something greater, but whatever it is that needs to be released and let go, only you know. Okay, that's the Four of Pentacles. Following the Four of Pentacles here, now we have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups here represents paying attention to your intuition, making sure that we just explained in Leo's video for one of the oracle cards that I had drawn, that you always have to pay attention to your intuition the first time, okay, because that's usually the correct answer. So the same energy applies to you. There may be many options that become available and open up to you this week, Virgo. So making sure that if there are those instances of, many options that could become available to you, make sure that you're picking and choosing what's going to be best for you moving forward. Seven of Cups also, too, is part of that energy where you could already be receiving that energy from the family members, friends, romantic partners, could be co-workers, dedication, love, support. Okay, could be emotional support, financial support, could be physical support, but you're receiving it. All right, so that's the Seven of Cups. Following the Seven of Cups here for you, Virgo, now we have the Seven of Pentacles. Wow. Seven of Pentacles, some of my Virgos I'm reading for, putting in that grind, working hard for those coins. It still could be anyone receiving a pay raise. It mirrors over here to the Four of Pentacles. Again, many options could be opened up for you in other areas of your life. That's the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Following the Seven of Pentacles, now we have the Seven of Swords. Okay, Seven of Swords, I read usually a return of people that you had already disconnected your energies from. That could be family members, friends, definitely exes, ex-romantic partners. You can see the person who's running. This is sort of more or less like he doesn't hold any swords, but it's like he's running back to his past. Okay, so it may not be that if you cut somebody off already, that they are physically around you, but their energy may be still lingering somewhat. And there's always the potential of some sort of return. Just note that, pay attention to your intuition. If people show up back in your life that you had already cut yourself away from, that they're still up to no good, they will just create more conflict and chaos energies for you. So yeah. Also, if it's not that energy that you experience this week, Virgo, could be, material things resurfacing, things that you thought you lost, forgotten about where you put it, and you remember, and then the energy just resurfaces. All right, so that's the Seven of Pentacles. Up next, now we have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords just represents there's some sort of a level of energy that is moving away from you. Things are, calming down. Things are clearing up, possibly. Of course, they're in a boat, smooth sailing, smooth passages. Some of you may be traveling, like I said, with the Four of Swords here, thinking about planning future trips, and it still could be the same, but also too, it could be a Virgo that I'm reading for that not only plans a trip, but executes this trip during this week's time. All right. Also too, with the Six of Swords, someone could be seriously considering, okay, I always get this energy, making a move or relocating to a different area. Whether or not, because you have the support of the Pentacles here, it's purchasing any land or property. Following the Six of Swords here for you, now we have the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is always the card that I suggest or advise you guys to be mindful of in terms of being careful not to infiltrate your mind on the trick side of the Eight of Swords. Infiltrate your mind with unnecessary things, whether or not that is involving a situation, person, or event. Now, it sits underneath the Seven of Cups, which is about relationships. So someone could be, getting less sleep, worried about someone specific. It could be a romantic partner, could be a family member, could be a coworker, could be a friend, whatever that energy is. But if you are putting an end result to anything linked to a situation, person, or event, be very, very careful, because you may be doing yourself a disservice, because 9 times out of 10, it never comes out the way that you had put it in your mind in terms of an end result. If you are dealing with any types of Eight of Swords energies, deal with it, reduce the chaos, try to return to some sort of normalcy for yourself, and you should be okay. All right, so that is the Eight of Swords. Also, too, with the Eight of Swords, I get a break. Possible breaking communication with family members, friends, or romantic partners, whether or not, Virgo, they're at a distance or they're, near or far. I'm sorry, that's what I meant to say. Okay. Up next is the Ace of Cups following the Eight of Swords. So Ace of Cups represents pregnancy news following the Swords. I always talk about someone, if it's not you, someone giving birth, and it could be under cesarean section. Ace of Cups, however, could be a job offer. Definitely could be pregnancy news or birth of a child. Also, the Ace of Cups would represent, again, it's in this same group of cards here, the Seven of Cups, where you already could be receiving that dedication, commitment, devotion, love from family members, friends, romantic partners. Specifically, the Ace of Cups can pull into forming not only platonic relationships, Virgo, but romantic relationships as well. On top of the Seven of Swords here for you, now we have the Ace of Wands. 2 aces in the reading. Right off the bat is very auspicious energy. That's usually positive. Ace of Wands, this is a card that I always refer to as the initializer. So you could be initializing, starting something new in terms of, beginning stages of passion. That could be a new relationship. That could be, of course, a creative project or, some sort of hobby. There is also, too, an instance of some sort of good news that may be coming to you this week, Virgo, that may put a smile on your face, always too with a touch or element of surprise. That's the Ace of Wands. On top of the Six of Swords here for you, now we have the Wheel of Fortune. So you got a major arcana, the Wheel of Fortune. So you have a stroke of luck. You have luck on your side all week, fate and destiny. So you could carry out yourself during this week. Something fated or destined for you to have, it will come to you. Anything that was unfortunate for you may turn around and become fortunate for you, because that's always the promise of the Wheel of Fortune. This is one of my big money cards. If you are the Virgo that I'm reading for that's into risk taking in terms of casino runs, playing the lottery or scratch off, just play responsibly, because there's a possibility of some big money coming through. Following the Wheel of Fortune here, we have the Eight of Wands. Again, the Eight of Wands surpasses the Ace of Wands when it comes to something happening that may put a smile on your face. Okay. Now, of course, it mirrors over here to the Ace of Wands. But the Eight of Wands is the card that I regard as communication, so effective communication. Even number of wands, anything that you need to express to anyone this week, will be understood by them, and any communications coming from others will be understood by you. Again, traveling may be involved here. If you are going to travel, you want to be safe to and from. So the energy that has the potential of putting a smile on your face with a touch of surprise could be from a phone call that you receive, a text message that you receive, could be someone directly coming to you face to face and giving you some sort of good news. All right. So that would be the Eight of Wands. So packages arrive, something, comes in the mail that you may have been waiting for. Maybe a phone call comes through that you've been waiting for, and then it puts a smile on your face or makes you happy or something regarding that. All right, on top of the Ace of Cups here for you, now we have the Six of Pentacles, the card of gift giving and charity. So you could be, of course, giving someone a gift this week, Virgo, someone giving you a gift. This still could be a pay raise, a moderate pay raise for some of you, even number of pentacles. Also could be some sort of an apology being given to you from someone who may have handed you some sort of slight in the recent past, maybe connected to the Six of Swords. It's the negative energy that's leaving or moving away from you. All right. So this is what I have for you, Virgo, this week. Not too bad. Just remember, it's just me interpreting these messages here for you. So I'm going to use the same deck that I used last week in terms of oral messages for you, Virgo. And I'm going to just toss 3 cards to see what wants to support your readings for this week. Okay. All right. So let's just hear for Virgo. Yeah, I'm liking this. Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. We'll see. All right, so the first message here for you, Virgo, is church hurt. Faith is more significant than a building. Find your connection to the divine, and don't let people's flaws push you away from your spirituality. Next message up here for you is reproductive health. Your body, your choice, your health. Prioritize. Last message here for you, Virgo, we have negative self-talk. Would you let anybody talk to your best friend the way you talk to yourself? Speak life into you, okay? All right, so this is what I have, Virgo, for you for this week. Remember, it's just me interpreting these messages. Take what's going to work for you. Leave the rest alone. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You guys have a safe, great week ahead. Always come back here to get more of these messages from me, Virgo, and I'll talk to you real soon. Ciao.